keep it up. Keep it up. This is what is wanting to be shared today. We're keeping up the spirits, the knowledge, the awareness, the being, the knowing, the doing, how everything is all connected and come together. Keep up whatever you're doing because there's so many things that are coming from what you're currently aware of and what you're currently exploring and what you're currently thinking about. And this is the thing, if we keep our attention on what we're doing, then it will expand. Or if we're questioning things, then this allows the question to expand kind of in this trajectory. It like expands. If you think about it, it kind of comes down and it evolves into a new thing. So whatever you've been doing at this time, it's a message to keep it up because it's working. It's working and it's getting the cogs turning. This is important, or else we stay stagnant, which from all the other teachings, messagings, I'm sure you're very aware of this. I'm sure you're very, very aware of this, but it's important to keep the cogs turning because think about it, we're all just energy. We're all these energy beings, right? And if we're just doing the same old things, doing the same old song and dance every day, day in, day out, routine's good. Routine's good. This is not to bash routines because it works for a lot of people. But if you're not questioning anything, if you're not exploring anything, it's really hard for anything to expand. And it's okay if you don't want this. It may not be time for you to do this, maybe later on in life, or maybe in a different season, or maybe just not right now. And that's okay if you don't feel up for it. For those of you that are doing it, keep it up, keep it up. Because with the cogs turning, it's like think of actual cogs. Don't know how to draw cogs, but let's try. You know, like how each piece kind of fits with the next cog. So if this one's stagnant, of course it's not going to turn. But once this one has all the understanding and it starts turning in a certain direction, it could be clockwise, could be anti-clockwise, then it affects the other cogs around it. And then these ones start moving, and this is this whole cycle. This is why keeping it up and keeping doing, questioning and learning new things is really, really important for your growth. Your growth, and not just your growth, those growth of those around you, because once the cog is turning, then it's impossible for the next cog not to turn, because they're all kind of orchestrated in this way where it all lines up like a jigsaw puzzle, right? And then it keeps turning, and then maybe it turns in this direction too. And this is how things expand, because it's not just this cog, then this is affected, and then this is affected, and maybe something down here and up here and then round, and it just exponentially grows like that. So that's why it's important to always think about things and not to stay stuck in one thing. If you find something that you like, then this is great. You know, it still feeds into the cog because it's the energy of you enjoying it and you exploring how you feel about certain things that keeps the cogs turning. Okay, it's not the actual activity in itself, it's just making sure that you're reflecting on how you feel about it and that you still enjoy it, because this is like the energy buildup, right? And it feeds into the cog, and then it will keep turning, and then maybe different cogs will turn on too. If you are like, hey, wait a second, I don't think I like this anymore, you're allowed to change your mind. Okay, it doesn't have to be like, I'm this person and this is all I like, this is all I do. There's always going to be more things, and it doesn't have to be big things. I mentioned before, it's like maybe choosing a different cereal for breakfast. Maybe it's something that you've thought about, you go past it in the grocery store and you're like, oh, maybe I'll try this, but you know, I'll just stick to my ye old faithful. Just try something new, you never know, you'll be surprised, and then a different cog will maybe arise, or it will finally be able to like lock into place and start turning, and then this brings more fruit to your labor, your everyday life, like how you see things, because you chose something different. And it's a really nice thing to experience for yourself. Only if you want to do these things, right? It's not as if everyone has to do it, but it's just to live a more fulfilling, more happy life for you. And it's going to be different for everyone, right? Like you can also listen, like if someone told you about the cereal thing and It's not something that you usually go for. It's like, oh, hey, maybe let me just try it and see how it is. Maybe you don't like it, but that's a good thing. Then it makes a new connection, right? And you're like, okay, I don't like that, but maybe I like something else. And then a new cog may turn up and it'll take you in this direction and things will expand. And this is the fun part of life. Like, it doesn't have to be this fearful, scary thing where, oh, I don't know what to do next. You don't have to know. You just have to reflect on how you feel right now. And if there is something you want to change, just try it. Start off small. This is not a message to deter you from doing what you're doing. It's more of a message to keep doing what you're doing and then some. Enhance it. How could you improve it? Just be like, oh, this is really great, but what could I do that would maybe make it even better? And this brings another way for you to bring more flow of energy in and then get more cogs turning. So if you want to live in this space where it's just the same over and over, it's okay, because you'll still get experiences, right? And it's maybe not going to be as large and significant in how you'll shift and feel in yourself, but you'll still feel some kind of way, right? Things are still gonna work out for you in certain ways. Things are still gonna come to certain awareness in certain things. But if you're not really focused on it, this is for the people that are really focused on it. Like, keep doing what you're doing and keep learning and expanding, because the more that information that can come into you, the more input, the more things that you're able to connect to or disconnect from or be free from, it just expands you as a person. Okay, and if this is what you're wanting to do, if you want to be in this expansion phase of your life, keep doing what you're doing and try new things, change little things. There's just so many ways to do it, right? It's like a fun game. It doesn't have to be so serious, like, oh, trying to write down, I'm like squishing my face, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to be. You can write a list if you like. This is what I like, this is what I didn't like. It can just be something mentally in your head and you just make mental note of it. It can be you just like switching it up. Whatever you want. But keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, because this is the fun of life and this is how you get into the flow. Because imagine all these cogs are super stiff, right? Because they haven't been moving. They haven't been moving. So that's how you feel. You feel kind of like stagnant and you're not moving. But then once you take your awareness and you're able to connect to something, like your focus goes where your energy flows, right? Like when you're focusing on something where your energy is flowing and you're paying attention to life, when you're paying attention to life, the cog's like, oh, maybe I'm not so rusty and dusty after all. Like, maybe there is something. And then when you're paying attention and maybe you're shifting a little thing or you're just doing that thing more that you like, the cog's like, hey, I'm happy. And then it can start turning. You're like greasing the wheel, right? You're able, and then it's able to start moving. It might be really slow at first, but you feel it in your spirit, in your soul, in your essence, that you're like, wow, I feel so much better. Like, or I just something little, you're just like, that felt really good. I want to do it again. So then the cog is slow to start with, right? And then it starts turning. But then when it starts to get more velocity, when it gets more speed, then it will influence other things. And these things will start off slow too, right? Because it's been so stagnant. But then this is the way things go. It can just so exponentially grow. It can get so fast in terms of how things can change because of the cogs turning, right? And you paying attention to all the different facets of you, or just life, or just having enjoyment. Because there are so many things here for us, right? In life, this is what it's all here for. It's here for us to experience things. And it's okay if things like fall off, right? If they plateau, but you're still going to be growing in a direction. Or just, maybe growing sounds a bit too intense. You are still exploring or just learning. And that's the whole thing, right? Life is learning. If you don't learn, then like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And it's a message to keep it up, but make it light and fun, right? It doesn't have to be so heavy. Don't have to be like, oh my God, what was the specific thing that I loved about XYZ and blah, blah, blah. don't make it heavy, because then it becomes like another chore and it makes the cog stiffen up again and it doesn't want to move, because it's like, oh, I was really loving that kind of free, light, flowing, I'm getting in the flow, woo, woo, and enjoying it. But then you're like bringing all this, I know it's hard because we're people and we have our brains, and the logic brain is like trying to make so much sense of it. But it's not about this. It's about just recognizing it, being like, okay, I understand, or like, thank you, and like, I'm on to the next thing now, or just I'm gonna move with this, rather than trying to fully decipher and break down exactly what it is. You can do this too, but don't make it too heavy, because this makes the cog not want to move. It just brings a heaviness to it, right? Where it's supposed to be light, free, have this juice to keep flowing and then expanding. So keep it up in terms of you understanding you more, understanding what you like, what you don't like, how things are all connected, and how you experience them.